Hello, my name's Paul Jones. You'll remember I'm Exhibition Manager of Warley Model Railway Club, and I'm joined by my colleague Andy, who is Secretary of the Club, and we're going to give you an update on things happening and have happened in the last month in both the exhibition world and also in the club world. I'm going to talk a bit about the exhibition and what we've been up to. The last month or so has been mainly on administration matters really for the exhibition. It's that time of year. Lots of work has to be done getting things ready for exhibitors, etc. So one of the things we've done is get all the information together for the exhibitors' manuals that go out in the middle of September. They should be posted on the 18th to our exhibitors. So if you're coming to us, you should receive that in the post shortly afterwards. We have to put letters in those packs, and we have to put return forms because we have to comply with things like construction design management regulations, amongst other things. So whilst it might be nice to do it by email, the reality is we still do it by post. Major innovation this year, we're using recyclable plastic containers for the exhibition packs to go to the exhibitors rather than cardboard ones, which should be much easier for the recipients to handle and just as easy for us to put together. So the packs will be going out in September. The exhibitor manual is a key component of those exhibitor packs. That sets down all our rules and regulations, our do's and don'ts. We try to keep it as informal as possible, but unfortunately the nature of an event at the NEC is you have to have a certain amount of regulation and rules, so that'll all be there. And that exhibitor's manual in fact includes the regulations for the construction design management requirements for the setting up and breakdown of the show. So we're getting that together. I've updated it. We're just waiting now for the NEC to approve it. When that's done, it'll be copied and it'll be sent out to the exhibitors. We've had in the last month or so the sponsors meeting, which was held at Steam, and I'd thank Ian and his colleagues at the Museum of Steam, Great Western Railway at Swindon, for hosting that for us and for making us so welcome. We had a very good meeting. We always outline our plans to our sponsors for the current year's show. We did that and it was well received. A few ideas for future innovations perhaps at future shows, possibly this year's show, from our sponsors. So in the process of digesting those and seeing what we can do and how we can put them into place. But our sponsors have given their ongoing commitment to the event, and it's great to have them all on board. So thank you, sponsors, if you see this, for your ongoing helpful support, comments, and helping us with the show generally. We also had what's known as the team meeting at the National Exhibition Centre. This is where we meet the team at the NEC who are responsible for our show, our planning manager, our sales manager, our security manager, the car park man. Yes, there is a car park traffic man who tries to keep control of the car parks and the traffic arrangements. He always receives a rather unfriendly welcome, because those of us who've met the NEC traffic sometimes find them not quite as easy to get on with as we might like. However, it should all go according to plan. The plans are in place. With any luck, it'll go smoothly this year. And the big news, I suppose, is that we are definitely going to have the winning layout from the Great Model Railway Challenge. You may well know that's due to hit the screens of the TV in September, and it'll be an extended series this time, 6 programmes, I believe. It's been confirmed by Channel 5 that the winning layout from the competition, from the challenge, will be at the show. Obviously we don't know who that is yet, because until we get to the final we won't be aware of it, but should be good, should be exciting. I understand filming is actually finished, so somebody out there does know who the winners are, but I believe they all sign a non-disclosure clause, so they can't tell us even if they know. But in addition to the winning layout, I do know there will be at least one other layout from that series in the exhibition, It didn't win a heat, but it's a bit different in some ways, so that layout will be coming along, and I do know who that is, but obviously I can't tell you. And there will be a further layout, I believe, or part of a layout on one of the demonstration stands. So altogether, 3 entries from the Great Model Railway Challenge will be seen at the show in one way or another. So something to look out for, something interesting, and I do hope you watch the programme and you enjoy it. So we've been doing quite a bit in the background for the show this year. I'm sure you already know. If you don't, I'm going to remind you that it's at the NEC on the 23rd and 24th of November. Tickets can be got hold of from the Ticket Factory or from ourselves. If you haven't picked up a leaflet somewhere, then please look on our website and you'll get all the information about how to get hold of tickets and also all the layouts, etc. that are there. It's going to be another good show, and it will remain the must-go-to show. So that's all from me, and over to him, Andy.
Thank you, Paul. So, very busy month at the club. The month started in the first full weekend, really, with the open day. So, very successful at summer open day for us. Well over 300 people at the club, which is a record for our summer open day. So, thank you to all the YouTube guys. Thanks to the guys who took part in the competition. You really made the day successful. Raised, I think it was about £250 for charity on the day, and we've still got the winning display model that's going to be at this year's show.
And auctioned off, isn't it, Andy?
And it's going to be auctioned off somehow. Probably
probably a sealed bid, I would think.
Sealed bid, maybe. But that will be discussed, and we'll get something sorted out for the show. Yeah. But that's looking forward to seeing that, because Callum and Adam did a fantastic job.
Yeah, it's a great little diorama.
Lovely little diorama, all working. In fact, all the dioramas were winning.
They were good, yeah.
They were brilliant. Yeah. So, really good response. After that, we went to visit Hornby. So myself and David went down to see Hornby. Fantastic meeting with Simon. Can't thank Simon enough for the time he spent with us. Pretty much most of the day. It's really good to see inside of Hornby and what they're doing, and to see the new products they're bringing out. So the Terrier, the Mark IIs, really are interesting to see. I'm quite privileged to see items before they're actually on the shelves in shops. So thank you to Hornby.
And there is, isn't there a couple of videos available of that? There's a video on our YouTube channel with you with Simon Kohler, and there's also the second part of that video on the Dean Park channel. Yeah. So both of those are worth checking out. I've watched them both, and it is quite interesting. Yes. Or very interesting.
Simon's very, very good, and he answered all the questions. He didn't try and skip anything. He just, honest answers, and
that's good. Excellent.
Really good, really good. The other thing we're up to at the moment is we're doing a bit of a how-to video. We're working with Hornby, so we're building a station in a couple of buildings. So it's basically taking their models. So they're off the shelf, basic really.
Yeah. Station halt. Yeah.
Station halt, station build, and just showing what you can do with them.
Yeah.
I haven't got all the details yet, but what's going to happen is some of the videos will be on the Warley YouTube channel, and some of the videos will be on the Hornby channel. But it'll be a full how-to build, modular. So the idea is you can build small modules. It is really a case of work in progress. But as soon as we've got more information, we'll share them with you, and it'll be worth looking at.
And it is quite remarkable the difference a little bit of paint can make to a basic model to make it really something quite realistic that would be at home on any 00 layout, any full mill layout. Absolutely. Well done, Andy. That's excellent.
So, it's really about sharing. Again, what we designed, we set the YouTube channel was to share skills. So it's our way of really giving people an idea, and it's hopefully it will encourage people to have a go themselves, and instead of just buying a model and just plonking it on your own layout, you can make it unique.
Yeah, individualise it.
Individualise it, and
give it more character.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's
good.
That's going out in the later in the year, in the run up to our show.
One more thing I did during the last month was we made a presentation to the Sutton Coldfield Model Engineering Society at their running tracks at Little Hay, which is just outside Lichfield. And I went along on behalf of the club to make the presentation. We've given them a station name board for their miniature railway tracks that our member Rodney Hodge made. donated by the club to try and cement relationships a bit more between the two organisations. Like most organisations in the West Midlands, we have a good working relationship. We have a lot of friends at these other model railway clubs and other railway-related facilities. And this is just another example of us getting out there and helping to forge those relationships a little bit further. That's all I've got to say, Andy.
A couple more things for me, really. We've just been to visit Richard at Everard Junction, so that video's would have gone out last week. So fantastic visit, really good to see Richard's layout. So again, 2 parts, there'll be a part on the Warley channel, which you would have seen, but if you haven't seen, there's also going to be a part on Dean Park Station's channel as well. So go and see Dave Watson and get to meet Richard, and don't forget he's a member of the Warley Club as well, so it's really interesting to see his layout in the flesh.
Good.
So that's quite good.
I think that's it, isn't it?
I think so, yeah. So
we talked about everything on this list anyway, Andy, so I think that's it. So it's good night from me.
A good night from him. And don't forget, if you haven't already, subscribe to the Warley channel and click the like button, and any questions, any comments, if you've got questions for Paul, post them in the comment section.
And Andy will answer them.
I'll try and answer them. Thanks very much, Paul.
Thank you, Andy.
See you soon.